We out here guys, Mark from TDEE Fitness, and today we're going to be talking about the 4 fundamental rules towards fat loss. So dropping into it, the first one we're going to talk about is caloric intake. How much food and what foods are you actually putting in your body? There's a thing about 70% of it is in the kitchen, whereas 30% is only in the gym. And guys, this is actually very accurate. If you're not tracking what foods you're actually putting in your body, there's your first mistake. It's not that hard to look at the back of a packet on your food, or use a great app like MyFitnessPal to track things just by scanning a barcode to see what calories you're actually on. However, this is all going to come back to how much energy does it take just for you to function. This is your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. There's a very simple tool that I'm going to link in the description that I personally use to work out my maintenance calories. So for me, with all my inputs in there, it takes about 2,600 calories for me to maintain. So if you were to go on to losing weight, which is described as a caloric deficit, I'd be on about 2,100 calories. So when you start tracking everything, you might notice, wow, I was eating a lot more food than what I actually need to eat. This is based on how active you are, of course. So if you're running about all day, your caloric needs are more than likely going to be a lot higher than someone who's sat in an office like myself who just trains 5 to 6 times a week. So just for a little bit of background, for your maintenance, if it's around 2,500, 2,000 would be your deficit or losing weight, and then 3,000 would be your surplus, which would be gaining weight. Basically, it comes to the simple rule of eat less energy than you are expending, so your body has to go into its fat stores to burn and gain that extra energy. Don't get me wrong guys, you can eat shit food and lose weight, okay? It's not 100% correlated with what food you're eating, it's how much food you're eating. How much energy is in this food. Now, however, if you eat good foods, if you eat complex carbohydrates, sweet potatoes, oats, brown rice, etc. If you eat good, clean foods, your energy levels will be much better throughout the day. You more than likely won't be breaking out in spots like you would if you were to eat shit food. You won't be feeling lethargic. You know, you won't be tempted to eat more food, since a lot of takeaway food is just compact with fats and sugars, and it's so small that it doesn't really fill you up. So a couple hours down the line, you may have already eaten your maintenance calories or your deficit calories, but you're thinking, oh, I am starving. More than likely because you ate crap food. So if you go onto the opposite end, you're eating nice, clean, healthy, good foods, you mix that with some lean proteins and maybe some healthy fats, the volume alone will fill you up for much longer, and the fact that you'll be digesting that for hours to come, your energy level will be a lot more steady throughout the day. And let's face it, at the end of the day, you are only as good as what you put inside your body. For what foods you eat is what you're going to get out. If you put a load of sugars and fats, barely any protein, and a lot of saturated fats at that, into a diet where you're trying to lose weight, someone who's eating clean foods like chicken and rice, or steak, broccoli, whatever it is they're eating, you know, good foods, they're gonna have much better results than you. Moving on to exercise, guys. Exercise is fantastic for weight loss. If you're breaking your muscles down when you're training, your body then has to expend even more energy to repair them. But naturally, as you repair your muscles, they get bigger, you'll be filling out more, you'll look more pleasing, and naturally you'll feel better. You'll see the definition start to come in instead of not exercising and just trying to lose weight. And let's face it, losing the correct way, because you don't want to be losing your muscle, you just want to be losing that stubborn fat. When you build more muscle, you're going to be upping your maintenance calories, not by a whole lot, but naturally you're going to start building them up, and eventually it might take you 2,600, 2,700 calories just to maintain for the day, which of course means you get to eat more food. There are a multitude of health benefits for exercise. Being physically active, realistically, is needed. You need to be physically active, whether it's for your heart, your cardiovascular system. You'll gain strength, your bones will be stronger, you will feel better, your mentality will change, mental health skyrockets when you're exercising. And then when you start to mix that with the next point, which is sleep. Glorious, glorious sleep. One of the best things, of course, in my opinion, in the world. And realistically, it is one of the best things in the world. You need to sleep enough. Try and aim for about 7 to 9 hours every night. But that doesn't mean you're sat on your phone until 10 o'clock and you've got to be up until 6. Or you're sat on your computer, you go, right, gotta go to sleep. You know, you hit the pillow. You can't do that. You've got to try and relax. Try and ease yourself into that sleep. Take 15 minutes to wind down before you have to hit the hay. You can focus on de-stressing, you can stretch off a little bit, you can really unload and unwind instead of just going straight from activity and being alert to, right, go to sleep. Because it's a lot harder to go to sleep. Thoughts are flooding through your head every single night. All that work you're putting in the gym too, breaking down your muscles, them trying to repair, you need a good deep sleep to help it repair. Your body literally needs a good sleep to be able to do everything that it needs to do. Let's not forget, this does actually affect your metabolism too. So if you're not getting enough sleep, your metabolism won't be as efficient as someone who's getting a good 8.5 hours sleep every night. They're training hard, they're doing everything right. You're going to be a bit worse off than them. So try and prioritize it. And again, just like exercise, you can improve your mental health just by getting in enough sleep. Finally guys, we're moving on to the fourth and final fundamental rule to lose weight. This might be a shock to you, so hold on. Consistency. A lot of people are doing the first three perfectly. They are hitting their calories, they are hitting their macros, they are getting enough sleep, they are training like a beast in the gym. The one thing they're not doing, they're not being consistent. They're doing it for maybe 1 or 2 days and then they're saying, I've earned that takeaway. Oh, I've done all that cardio, I've done all that training, been on a deficit for 3 or 4 days now. I'm gonna treat myself tonight. I'm gonna treat myself. There's your problem. There's your obstacle. It's right there in front of you. Don't do it, guys. Don't just break it. You have done so well so far. Please do not ruin what you've already done. You've got to keep going for a few weeks at most before you start thinking, cheat day. The premise on this is that anyone can diet for a day. It's those days after that actually really matter, okay? Because if you're 3 days in and you're thinking, I deserve a takeaway or I deserve this extra bit of food, it's not gonna work. You can't do that and expect results. Do you want to lose weight, or do you just like the idea of losing weight? Do you just like to fantasize about, oh, if I was muscular, if I was thin, if I was an average weight, or whatever it is your goal is? If you're just fantasizing about it and not taking that action, that's all you're gonna be doing. All you're gonna be doing is thinking about it. That's it. Do it. Make the action, be determined, and have the discipline to keep going, because that's where a lot of people fall off, guys. You can be different if you just keep going. One of the big ones though, and it's going to affect the majority of people watching this right now, is weekends. Weekends are not an excuse to eat shit food. Weekends are not an excuse to eat more food. Yes, we are social creatures. We are a lot more social on the weekends because we're not at work, we're not going here, we're not going there. We have free time, and free time can lead to boredom. Boredom can lead to food. There's the issue. If you're thinking, I'm really hungry, are you hungry? Be conscious, be aware of that. Are you not just bored? Are you not setting the motion, the routine of, I usually have a snack at 10 a.m, it's 10 a.m, your body's screaming, what are you doing, what are you doing, give me some food. Probably don't need the food, you know what I mean? Be wary, be careful, because at the end of the day, if you do end up cheating, yes, I want you to pick yourself back up and get back on the horse, get back on that diet, get back in your training, but the only person to blame at the end of it, you know who it is. So to quickly wrap up, guys, number 1, make sure you're tracking your caloric intake. Make sure you're checking it with your TDEE. And then pro tip time, do it over the week. Don't try and hit, for instance, 2,000 calories a day. Try and hit 14,000 over the week. So if you are going to cheat and you know you're going out for a family meal or just a social thing which is going to involve food, go low one day, then the next day you can justify having those extra calories. You could do a 500 calorie day or a 0 calorie day, then you've gained that day of calories, drag it over to the next one, consume that food, get back on the horse. You're fine, keep going. Because it's weekly total, not just daily total. So number 1, caloric intake, make sure you're hitting that deficit over the week. Number 2, make sure you're exercising, make sure you're doing proper weight training. If you want to do some cardio, it helps increase the deficit, but make sure you're not just doing spinning classes every day. You will thank me for it when you are stronger, fitter, looking fantastic, and you've got that beach bod because you've wanted it this entire time. Number 3, make sure you're getting enough sleep in. Like I said, 7 to 9 hours. Try and wind down just before it. De-stress, relax, stretch off, whatever it is you need to do. Don't just sit and look at your phone, looking at food videos like I used to do every night. Been there. And finally, keep going. Keep going, be consistent, just don't stop. You've got to hype yourself up. You've got to motivate yourself, guys. No one else is going to do it for you. No one else's food is impacting your food, what you're eating. Yes, someone might be having a packet of crisps and you might think, oh, I want a packet of crisps. Focus on something else. Don't focus on food. Don't let food be the thing that motivates you. Let the weight loss, let the end goal, which you want so badly, what you fantasize about, let that be your motivation. Don't let that bloody brownie win. Let's put it simply. You can do it. Anyone who's dieted before, they're not special. It's not the genetics. It's they've put in the work, they've put in the discipline, and they know what to do. You guys know what to do now. I've just explained the 4 rules of it. You follow these and you do every single thing down to a T. Guaranteed, you will start to lose weight. If you don't, I will personally help you. Send me a message. I will personally help you. I will go through every single thing I can do to help you, because everyone can lose weight. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I have been Mark from GW Gains, from GW Fitness. Don't forget to like the video if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to stick around. Plenty more videos coming out in the future. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. GW Gains, peace. You're gonna be breaking down your... fuck!